before we get started, I want to bring a little context into the story that we are about to hear. The story is based on the union of Shiva meeting Shakti. And this is a very non-traditional story. It is a blend of two different traditions, weaving in an Earth Tantric perspective. And so the god and goddess of Shiva and Shakti, representing the divine masculine and the divine feminine, is based on the Hindu tradition of India, of these two life forces coming together. And I'm blending in a little bit of a Greek culture with this. So based on the Hieros Gamos, meaning sacred marriage, divine union, spiritual union. From my culture, I'm part Greek, and then kind of bringing in an additional spin to a very earth-based union of nature, of the cosmos, of the earth, of the waters. And this is a really beautiful story, again, very non-traditional. If this story piques your interest and you like it, if you have not read or listened to more of a traditional Hindu-based story of Shiva and Shakti, I really invite you to do your research on that. And I will put in a few different links below to help you get started in your research. Hello, I'm Tara Scubella, guide and founder of Earth Tantra, where we learn to be present with all of life, including relationship with self, relationship with nature, relationship with other people, and relationship with spirit. I'm really glad that you found us, and if you have not hit that subscribe button, if you haven't clicked on that yet, I invite you to do so now so you can receive all of the latest content that we share here for free. So if you haven't yet, I invite you to pause this video for a moment, find a place to lay down, maybe put a blanket over you, get a little cozy, close your eyes, maybe come to a belly breath, maybe a root to heart breath, basic tantric breath, or another breath that feels good to you, and really let your mind wander. This story is very visually descripted, and a lot of people find that their mind is able to actualize the description into a beautiful orchestrated visual story. So I hope that you enjoy this story, and if this story resonates with you, I invite you to share this. It is free to share. Share with somebody that you think might enjoy this story. Share it on social media. Please drop your comment below. Again, this is a very non-traditional, creative story, earth-based, and how Shiva met Shakti. When Shiva met Shakti, a very non-traditional story of the Hieros Gamos. Part 1, the Great Pulse. Before there was time, before earth knew skin, before sky had kissed sea, there was only stillness. And in that stillness pulsed a longing, not a yearning of lack, but of potential, humming like the bee in the belly of the void. And from that great womb of nothingness arose a sound, a sigh, a shimmer, and this was Shakti. Shakti, the first movement, the one who danced stars into place, who curved rivers with hips, whose laughter ignited the suns. And in the dance of the wild unfolding, Shakti brushed up against an unmoving presence, silent, eternal, vast as the cosmos. This was Shiva. Shiva did not dance. Shiva was the watcher, the container, the great mirror reflecting all of Shakti. And when Shakti's flame licked Shiva's edges, Shiva's silence cracked like a stone in heat, and the great union began. Part 2, the spiral of awakening. Shakti circled Shiva, barefoot on galaxies. Shakti whispered secrets into Shiva's stillness. But yet, Shiva remained in deep meditation, formless, untouched by illusion. And so Shakti began to create form. Shakti birthed trees, tigers, rivers, and wind. Shakti became the earth, thick with breath and blood and shadow and song. And still, Shiva sat. So Shakti entered Shiva, not by force, not with words, but through sensation. Shakti became Shiva's breath. Shakti became his spine, the tingling awareness of Shiva's third eye. And suddenly, Shiva saw, not with mind, but with presence. Shiva opened his eyes for the first time, and there Shakti was, curved and spiraling, radiant and raw. Shiva smiled, and the galaxies paused to witness the smile of a god meeting the goddess. Part 3, making love beyond the body. They did not touch at first. Their union was breath, eye, vibration. Shiva's stillness wrapped Shakti's chaos like a lover's hand. Shakti's wildness rippled Shiva's silence like a spring thaw. Together they became the Yab Yum, not man and woman, but consciousness and energy, structure and flow, presence and creation. This was no ordinary union. This was the Earth Gamos, the sacred marriage of spirit and flesh, masculine and feminine, sky and root. Shiva and Shakti made love through lifetimes in the hum of bees, in the rising of sap, in the meeting of eyes between strangers on a train. And today, they are still making love. Part 4, the wrap, sun, moon, earth, and heaven. Shiva became the sun, burning with awareness. Shakti the moon, ever-changing, ever-flowing, pulling tides with hips. And together they rise and fall in you. You, made of earth and star water. You, carrying both stillness and storm. You, the sacred temple where Shiva and Shakti reunite again and again and again. We remember this sacred marriage not as myth, but as embodiment. We remember that the sun does not dominate the moon, nor does the earth strive to reach heaven. Instead, they merge in breath, in pulse, and presence. And so today, under sky and stone, under bee hum and womb murmur, we honor the Hieros Gamos, the sacred marriage just not between two lovers, but within you, within me, and with all things, past, present, and future.